Welcome again to another episode explaining today the Liao's Rangers. Allow me to start with explaining each and every skill in detail. Of course, I'm gonna skip the gun charge because it's pretty much the same and you still can't break shields using it. But jumping to the second one, the Bludgeon, actually it's a really nice AoE damage skill. But here's the catch. You need to give them time, actually like 1 second or maybe a couple of seconds, for them to just like put the weapon on their shoulders and ta-da, they are ready. As soon as they approach the enemy, they gonna swing their weapon in an arc in front of them, like 180 degrees, you know? Dealing some decent damage, to be honest. And this specific skill, actually one of the reasons that you might consider going for the melee option, which is the Devastation, more than the Blast. One last important note before moving to the final skill. Do you see this little aura around them? Doesn't it ring any bells for you? It actually reminds me of the buff that I used to see when I attack with the Sipahis. You know, it's a defensive buff, and you'll find great similarities between this and the Bludgeon for the Liao's Rangers and their Devastation. Actually, their Devastation aura looks super close to this one of the Sipahis. What if you wanna do the Bludgeon, the skill number 2, then you wanna press V or move them? It's actually totally fine, you're not losing anything from their damage, but you will lose the defensive buff. Keep that in mind, so don't move them unless you need to. And finally, the hardest question of them all. Which skill to choose, Blast or Devastation? So let's start with the Blast. The Blast is a skill that you aim, that you decide where they will go. They will approach their target, split up, shoot, and then engage their targets in normal melee. Okay? Normal melee, do not judge by the trailer. Okay, this what you're watching right now is the trailer. They're not hitting like the Bludgeon, they're hitting like a normal attack in reality. Second thing is you don't get the defensive buff for some reason. You get it on the Bludgeon for 5 seconds, you get it on the Devastation for 15 whole seconds, but you don't actually get it after the blast, or during the blast to be more accurate. Now let's move to the Devastation skill. Devastation skill is actually one of a kind for now, because it literally boosts the speed of the units till they reach their targets. Then, at a point blank, they shoot, which is really hard to miss. They rarely miss in this skill. Then they start like whamming and whacking their enemies. They actually deal a lot of decent damage for 10 whole seconds. So let's recap this what I have just said. When you press Devastation, your unit will rush to the enemy, the closest enemy to them, so you need to be super careful. Otherwise, you might completely ruin the skill for the sake of a random enemy soldier passing by you while pressing it. So be extra careful while you use it. And actually, to be honest, this is one of the reasons this unit is not going for my S tier list, because you can easily mess up the sequence of the skills, and if you do, they are sitting duck. They are kind of strong, like so strong, while doing their skills, but right after this, they are sitting duck. So you literally want to get in there, use your skills in sequence if possible, get the maximum output of damage, then retreat before the last skill wears off, like the defensive buff wears off and you be like in a sticky situation or something. And this was it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you did learn something. Now I shall leave you with a little summary for this video.